We'll wait for people to join in. Hey guys, how are you doing today? You guys are safe and well. Just a second. I'm just fixing a few things. Awesome. I think I can share my screen. We have 4 people. Okay. Hey guys, my name is Vishal. I am a full stack digital marketing professional with over 7+ years of experience in all the other domains, subdomains of digital marketing. I'm also an intermediate product manager with over 2+ years of experience. I've done custom enterprise applications, I've developed a few apps and e-commerce websites. Uh, okay, I think there's a lot of noise. I don't know if you can see the noise around. Just a second, give me a few minutes. I'm so sorry for this disturbance. Huh? Hello? Yeah. So, okay, so we have, okay, there's too much noise here. Um, uh, just give me a second here. I'm so sorry. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm so sorry. There's a lot of noise in the background, so I think the live streaming is kind of very disturbing. It's very a lot of disturbance is coming now. Can you, if you guys can hear me, can you give me a hand raise or something like that? You can give me a notification. Is that okay? Okay, I think I'm. Oh, okay, awesome. So I have a hand raise. It's clear now. Awesome. So let's get quickly. We'll just get started. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Awesome. So let's get started directly with the presentation because I don't want to waste a lot of time. We have limited time now. This presentation is mainly for B2B, sorry, startups who are looking to generate a few marketing qualified leads and sales qualified leads for the startup and increase their sales and indirectly increasing their revenues, right? So Going forward here, I will start with B2B content. B2B content, obviously, it's well known to all the marketers here, but what works for me best, I'll take an example of one of my clients right now, currently, who is an IT solutions provider, right? In terms of they develop enterprise applications, they work with AI and ML. They work with digital transformation partners. They offer digital transformation. Just a second. Looks like my screen is not being shared. Okay, yes. Okay, so um, you guys can see my screen right now. If you guys want some tips on B2B lead generation and stuff, there's ready-made plans and ready-made. There's certain set of step-by-step guides on digitalactually.com, which is my blog. You can download there for free. Any kind of startup can come there and download their plans, and they can literally get the plans and execute on ground level realities. So if you can, if you have any kind of, you want to get in touch with me for any kind of consulting or advice or any kind of help, happy to be there. And you can follow me on Why This Way on Twitter. So moving forward, let's take an example of ours. Let's take an example of one of my current clients, which is IT solutions provider. It's right now they offer digital transformation strategies, digital transformation technologies, and they help companies into AI and ML. They also develop enterprise solutions, enterprise applications, app development, design, end-to-end. There's a lot of other technology offerings they have. For them, what kind of content works best is gated collaterals. What we do right now is kind of there is we offer. Okay, so the company, a lot of the target basically is all the C-level executives, CTOs, head of digital transformation, VP of digital transformation, digital transformation managers, all these people who are kind of decision makers and influencing authorities in the companies. We technically the car client which I work with concentrate on BFSI segment, which is banking and financial sectors. They look for insights in terms of what helps for their business and increases their performance, increases their revenues, increases their cycles and everything. So what we do is right now we give them a kind of collateral where they can. It's like top 10 chatbots which they can implement for increasing their customer satisfaction or customer experience. So this kind of an article also includes a few things in terms of a few kind of branding of the company, and we include that part also, right? And whenever they go through these things, they see our branding, they contact us. A few of them have contacted us, and actually things have moved forward. Second thing, what we can do here is kind of the company can organize a short webinar, virtual events where they can invite a tech experts, industry tech expert, who can help give solutions to all these CTOs and CEOs on how they can go forward with the digital transformation journey and help them in terms of where the challenges they have or they can interact. This actually helps a lot, and this is very, very effective. When it comes to say when let's with this, imagine a scene, right? Imagine a virtual event where there is your prospective clients, say 20 25 prospective clients have come on board to listen to an industry expert who wants to give them valuable content or valuable advice on how to actually frame the digital transformation modules in their company, or how to build an application, or what chatbots work for them. So that is a very valuable insight for the CTOs, getting from a very, very good expert. That kind of a short webinar or short virtual events work the best. So this is one of the lead generation tactics which we can use. Coming forward to email marketing, there is a very quirky way of kind of email marketing. There's both the sides to it. One is conventional email marketing, but what do you do when you're a startup and you don't have a huge database, right? And you want to have quick results. You need to have the cycle moving. You need to get the wheel moving, right? What do you do with that? So when you don't have a database, what you can do is you can do account-based marketing for the email. We can use the account-based model for the email marketing, right? So first step of account-based model for the email marketing is database acquisition. So database acquisition can be a little tricky and a little bit of time consuming as well. If you have some month or two in going forward for building a database, then it's very good. So the conventional ways is to build your blog, build your webinar, build your sessions, and it takes huge number of time, let's say 5 to 6 months to gather a good amount of quality leads. So what you do is instead you make a list of, you start with targeting. So if you want to target US as a region and you want to target uh, BFSI industry in the US, what you do is you make a list of 50 to 100 companies, say let's say 50 companies whom you want to target and you want to convert them as a client, right? As a company, you make a list of all these BFSI segment industries, make them in an Excel sheet. That's the best. Don't use the CRM for now, right? And make sure you have three job titles. One of the job titles should be a decision making authority. Two of them should be an influencing authority, right? For example, if you are pitching digital transformation services to BFSI industry companies, then you need to have a VP of digital transformation or head of digital transformation can be a decision maker. VP of digital transformation and digital transformation manager can be two influencing authority job titles, right? So after that, what you can do is you can go to tools like adapt.io. There's Lucia, there's Clearbit, there is aeroleads.com. These tools help you mine and research email IDs of your potential prospects. Say, for example, there is a Hope Farm, right? It's BFSI industry can be Alliance, right? Alliance is a company where you want to target a certain set of job titles. So pick up that person, that head of digital transformation or head of IT, who is the decision maker, and note him down on the Excel sheet. So when you make a list of all these job titles and all these companies, you can start mining their database on tools like Lucia, tools like Adapt, tools like Hunter.io, tools like Aeroleads. Okay? So once you do that, you have a certain set of database. So if you say one of your company resource mines 20 emails per day, okay? 20 emails per day will actually help you out. Say that will be 600 leads per month. So you have 600 qualified targeted leads in your database. Once you start having that database, start the email marketing campaigns. So there is a little bit of twist here, which is cold emails and educational content emails. Cold emails are technically they are like coming from a specific kind of person saying that we provide this kind of service, this kind of service. I was hoping if you're interested for a quick call, right? And educational content is sending out newsletters, sending out insights, sending out the gated collaterals, which I spoke in the earlier slide, frequently in the weekly at least once. So there's kind of a tricks, certain kind of tricks which you can use while sending out emails. What you can do is in the from region, the name can be your own name or anybody from the business development team. Create a group ID. Sorry, create a group ID email address which is addressed as group team email address. Use that for all your cold emails. Okay. But this particular team ID, group ID should be from that person who is from the business development team. Okay, for example, my name is Vishal. I'm from the business development team, and you are a marketer, and you use my name in the from region, and the email address will be Vishal at xyz.com. Okay, your company name and the website email address. So once you're sending that email address from mine, from your name, you can actually have it as, hey, this is so and so person. I am from this company and we offer digital transformation services. We offer enterprise solutions. This is our work which we have done with these companies, and this is how we have solved their problems. And I was hoping to get on a call with you to understand more of your requirement if you have any, or we can have a quick call about interesting stuff which is going on in your company. This can be your email content and send it out. After you send it out to 600 odd people in the first month, you will, for sure, what I've seen in my campaigns is we have at least 20 to 25% of open rates, and or 2.5% of click rates, more than that actually. And we at least get around 15 to 20 responses saying that, hey, we can get on a call, or no, we are not looking for any kind of requirement right now, which is okay. And we can again, send them emails, catch up, follow up on that. So when you send, say for example, if you're sending this particular email on Tuesday, okay, so you can send a follow up email to all the unopened database to them on Thursday. The same email, right? A little bit of change or alterations can be made, not a problem. These can be implemented and to increase the. Okay, so there's obviously Google search, display, discovery ads. Google search obviously works out really well, but for a company like IT solutions provider, which is targeting in UK, US, over there, there's a lot of we. I till now I haven't seen any kind of results, to be honest. Gmail campaigns, discovery campaigns work out really good, but kind of they fall out because the duration of the time they have spent going to the contact us page doesn't work at all. So still, I would recommend you guys to use Google Display Ads. Google Display Ads for remarketing purposes. So if you have email marketing going on simultaneously as one channel, you can start Google Ads search display and search and display ads simultaneously for remarketing purposes. People who have come via email marketing and social media and LinkedIn, they can be retargeted using search and display ads. Gmail ads via discovery ads also work out good. Do experiment with that; it works out very well. LinkedIn emails has a very good capacity, and obviously there is 30% plus open rates, 35%, 40% sometimes, it goes to maybe 50% also. Depends on the framing of the messages, the subject line, and what you say over there. I suggest you send out, say for example, what we do is we say that we have increased 200% of operational efficiency for this company, for this particular company, and the case study is given in the body of the email. And at the end, we give a link to the case studies to get more, and the case studies page has a call to action so that they register and then they talk to us. So after this, all the marketing channels you have for B2B, it's very kind of restricted. I know, I understand because What happens with B2B kind of what happens with B2B is we have restricted amount of channels because SEO, content marketing is a long process. Quick results can't be seen. For email marketing with database acquisition strategies, which we discussed over here, database mining and researching strategies, which we discussed here, works out really, really well. Trust me on this. If you implement this, I'm sure you will be getting a lot of responses and kind of at least sales qualified leads who will be interested to talk to you and understand more about your services will be really good for sure. If you have any thoughts with the database acquisition part or email marketing, do ping me on Twitter or my email ID. I'll be sharing my email ID with you guys. You can hit me up there and I can help you out with any kind of challenges. Moving forward, there's social media, which is for B2B, it's mostly LinkedIn, which works the best. Twitter is kind of tentative because it hasn't worked out for me because that's why I don't want to talk about it much. LinkedIn has worked out brilliantly. We have over, I think, 300,000 sales. We have hit over 300 plus thousand sales for LinkedIn marketing and dollars. I mean, so that has helped a lot. LinkedIn is direct prospecting is when you have made these 50, 50 companies which you have selected which you want to target in the US and UK, what you can do is you can have the same kind of the same people you can reconnect them on LinkedIn with sending them connection requests and how you can that will be like a second touch point for them like a reminder or a follow-up that this person from this company has approached me on email, but there's a second touch point also where he's connecting me on LinkedIn. That's really good. But make sure you don't spam their inbox and obviously those kind of do's and don'ts. You guys will be knowing that better. So moving forward with the LinkedIn groups, LinkedIn groups actually helps a lot in terms of awareness, reach. When you have when you join a certain set of groups, you share your content regularly, you share your case studies regularly, you get that kind of quality traffic from LinkedIn groups a lot. That actually helps a lot. There's something called inner circle which we have tried, which I've tried in the past, which has reached out to a lot of targeted audience. Right? Let me explain what is an inner circle. So there is we in the company of the client which I work with, they have around 25 C-level people. I think the senior level people uh, who have around more than 50,000 uh, connections through their LinkedIn, right? So what we do is we have made certain like five groups each. Okay, we have made five WhatsApp groups. What they do is what I've initiated them to do is I share a certain set of article or kind of an update from the company, but they have to share it every week twice. Okay, so five people each group, WhatsApp group. I share them to all the five groups. Okay, there are 25 people 25 people in the inner circle who are C-level executives and senior level managers who have certain kind of people whom they want to interact with from their respective industries, target industries, such as BFSI and automobile industries. So we send out messages from the company, they say articles, case studies, or any kind of other updates every twice a week. Okay, so what happens is we have seen a total reach of 1,80,000 people through sharing of all this because of this inner circle activity. Okay, so what happens when all of them share it once? Okay, every week, twice they share, and all of them around 25 people they share it once, and it goes up to more than 50,000 people in their company in their networks. So it's really brilliant. Once we make that thing happen, it's very very hard because all the stakeholders should come into a room and they accept it. Okay, we will do this kind of initiative, which is good for company, and they you need to make it happen. Okay, So it's kind of hard because being a freelancer or an outsider from a company who's just consulting, they tend to not listen to you properly because you need to make sure that okay they understand the purpose of it and everything. So that really helps. Weekly, at least 1,80,000 reach happens through this network, and there's a lot of interest coming out where they at least they kind of the prospects are interested in. Okay, how does this work? How did you guys do this with this company, and how did you increase 200% of operational efficiency for this company, and how did this happen? How did you execute this application? How did you implement this chatbot? How did it help for that company and those kind of questions. So they actually find it interesting. Once they do it, it really helps them a lot. So, Inner Circle, do try it out. If you guys have any clarifications on this, hit me up on my email ID, which I'll be sharing at the end. I'll be happy to clarify, or I think email ID, my phone number is obviously there. You can just ping me on WhatsApp or something. That's my end of the presentation. I think covered what I had to say. And this is my Twitter, this is my LinkedIn. Please do hit me over my email address for our kind of clarification. If you want to download the email marketing. So I'm sorry. Yeah, there's the email marketing plan which I have already documented on my blog, and you can download that particular document and execute it and tweak it a little bit, whichever works for you guys and whatever works for your company and fits in. You can use that kind of, if you use that email marketing strategy, I'm sure it will work out. Do hit me up and let me know. If you guys are looking out for any kind of lead generation, consulting, advice, I am specialized in lead generation, user acquisition, email marketing, online advertising, all those which come under the digital marketing stack. I'll be helping you with that. Awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you guys will be safe. Well, take care of your family, everybody. Thank you so much.